Hi there, we're here today with Tru Wilson. Now we've got Tru visiting us here in the newsroom today because Tru got a big honor yesterday. She was named to Vancouver Magazine's Power 50. You're 12, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think about being on the Power 50 at the age of 12?
Well, it was a really big honor. I really did have a fun time at the party. It was, I got to meet a lot of amazing people, and it's just such an honor to be on a list with so many amazing, powerful people. Mm-hmm. And well, it just goes to show that a little voice can go a long way.
Well, let's talk about your little voice, which I'm pretty sure after only meeting you for about 10 minutes that your little voice is going to be a big voice one day. Tell everybody in your own words why you think you got picked for this list.
Well, at my semi-private school, Catholic school, they wouldn't let me transition, and they didn't call me by girl pronouns. They didn't let me use the girls' bathroom. I had to use a handicap bathroom, which made me feel even more insecure. Mm-hmm. And they wouldn't call me by my girl name. They wouldn't let me wear the girls' uniforms. And I was a girl everywhere else. Like, I was a girl at my dance, I was a girl at the store, I was a girl at home, everywhere outside of school. But for 6 hours I had to go and pretend like I wasn't somebody, and I was somebody I wasn't.
And this was a couple of years ago you went through all this with the school, right?
Yeah, and we tried to convince them, but it just didn't work. Mm-hmm. And so we had to leave the school. A couple weeks after we left the school, my mom asked me, so now that you're fully transitioned, do you want to live in stealth, or do you want to go public and help kids around and help other kids? And I said I want to be transgender, but I want to be a normal transgender girl, but if it's to help kids, then I'm all in. Right.
When you were going through this at the school, obviously the school itself, the people in charge of the school were the ones that were putting up roadblocks for you and saying, you know, having to say you have to use a handicapped bathroom. Well, it's pretty horrible. Yeah. I'm wondering though about other kids your own age and stuff. How were you treated, or how did you feel around them?
I had a lot of friends, and they were all so supportive. Like, if I was having a bad day, they would be more than happy to help me through it. And it was just so hard to leave the school. And they were just amazing, and I really miss them. But I get to see them every once in a while. Mm-hmm.
I know this is a hard question to ask you because you're a 12-year-old kid at the end of the day, and this is a big issue that you've decided, or I guess you feel the need to support and come forward with. But I have to ask you, do you think, since you were having the discussions when you were at the Catholic school and things started to change there, have things changed a lot more in 2 years? Are you feeling that it's a lot more open? Are people more willing to talk to Tru the girl now?
I've definitely, as my mom says, I've definitely blossomed, because I used to be so shy when I was Trey, so not willing to go up and ask people to talk. And now I'm just such a social butterfly, and I do think that I've opened up a lot more, and people have definitely opened up to me a lot more, and yeah, things have changed, but not in a bad way. I love the change, and
mm-hmm. You feel it's a conversation that a lot of people are having now.
Yeah, it's not a conversation that is all secret. For me, it's a conversation that can go a whole bunch of different ways, and it's just amazing either way it goes. Mm-hmm.
So you're 12. You're in grade 7 now, or grade 8?
Grade 7. I'm going into grade 8 next year.
Wow. That's a lot, right? It's a lot being that age and doing that, and then now you're going to have to talk to all of us all the time, and people are going to want to talk to you because you're very well spoken and you're interesting.
Yeah, I do love speaking because I love telling my story, because I feel that the more that I tell my story, the less of an issue it becomes. The more you talk about it, the less of an issue it becomes, because it'll just become another casual conversation. Mm-hmm. Like like right now, like being gay is just a regular conversation, and I want that kind of attitude to happen to trans, and we're taking it step by step.
So what do you say? I know this is kind of might be a weird question for you, but 5 years from now, you know, you're 12 years old, you're very poised, you have a very clear idea of who you are.
Oh yeah.
You've obviously been living with yourself your whole life, and you've understood it for a long time. What do you see 5 years from now, and what would you like to do?
5 years from now, I see a lovely young woman, very confident, very courageous, and I'm not so sure about the doll thing, but I do see myself getting into filming and a lot of art and drama. I do see myself getting into that, and I also see a lot of new friends, and a lot of old friends, and a lot of old friends staying, and a lot of friends going. But overall, I see a good future for me, and I hope it goes well. You're
on this list, and I was looking at the list this morning, the Power 50 in Vancouver, and I have to admit, there's a lot of older white guys in suits on that list, and there you are.
Yeah. I was looking at the magazine, and I have to brag, but I have a whole page. It's all me, and so
go ahead and brag.
I'm going through, and I see all these guys, and then I come to the page, and then there's me, a 12-year-old girl who's wearing this super like colorful dress, and is cocoa skinned, and I'm like in the center of it all, and I feel like that's a good thing. Like they're trying to say that you don't have to power. How do I put this? Power can come from a very small voice, and you don't have to grow up to get power, because power is what you make of it.